Okay, blade lovers, as they say, nothing new to write home about. But since I just started EDCing this Civivi Praxis, I thought I'd say something about it. It's a nice knife for the money. And the money's pretty good. It's like, what is Blade HQ doing these for? Oh, $42.50, down from $50. That is good. Well, the only downside, and it may not be a downside for you, is the steel is 9 CR18 MOV, which is essentially, according to knife steel compositions, equivalent to 440B steel. So basically it's a 440 series steel. They're saying since it's got more molybdenum and very small amounts of vanadium, will not affect steel wear resistance in a meaningful way. However, does have a positive effect on grain refinement, which is always desirable. So always something good about cheap steels, inexpensive steels. Anyway, the knife itself, from the WE Knife Company, as you know, Civivi is the budget line for WE, is just put together so well. It's a 3 3/4 inch blade. I'm going to follow up in just a moment. So the action on this guy is really nice. We'll go over some of the features and appointments here in a moment. On bearings, this one could be a little smoother. Could loosen the pivot. As my good buddy Dirk Warnings likes to say, I don't need all my knives to be drop shutty. It's impressive when they are, but half the time they're trying to fall on your fingers when they do. But this opens and closes very well. It is just really smooth. Got a great pocket clip on it. Deep carry. It has these wonderful gold-plated, I don't know if it's gold-plated as in precious gold. They're gold-colored liners. That was kind of an interesting thing to do. Goes well with the tan color of the knife. As I said, it's a full-size knife, too. Some of the Civivis are a little small for my taste. This is nice, and although it has the finger grooves, these two match me nicely, and the remaining large groove allows your hand, no matter what size, to sort of fit in there. So I don't think most people have too much problem with the first two grooves. A little bit of butt sticking out on with my grip. It's a beautiful kind of a drop point spear point kind of a blade. High, I believe it is a flat grind. High flat grind. Feels like a flat grind. Comes out of the box relatively sharp, I believe. Last I tried. Little tearing at the end there. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, we'll call it a good edge. I can always improve on them. Since I discovered KME, and I know a lot of guys out there are Wicked Edge fans, and that's certainly a great system too. KME was a little more budget friendly for me and works just fine. Usually bring them up to 1500 grit working edge. You can do a 600 grit working edge. You can go mirror if you want with the right lapping tapes. I've done pretty much all of those edges. Comes with attachments for doing recurves, serrations, I believe. You know, you name it, that you can adapt it. Holds a constant angle quite well as well. So, the Civivi Praxis, right? Do some quick measurements here. Yep. We've got 8.5 full overall length, 3 3/4, as they say, blade. We have a 3 3/8 cutting edge and a nice choil that I don't think will bite you. I don't like to test it on camera. Was doing a Microtech crosshair a few sessions ago and bit my finger right in front of everyone. Not a whole lot of blood loss though. So we've got the Civivi branded icon there for your pivot. Got a T8 here. Nice, useful jimping. It grabs nicely without tearing up your thumb. So just a little bit of it, but works very well. Rest of the knife smooth. Liner's got a little jimping on it and is offset so that you can get your thumb in there easily to close it up. What do we got for a weight? Doesn't appear to be a heavy knife. We've got a modest 4.48 ounces. Does it have any weight relieving? Always embarrassing when I got fuzz in there. It's got a good number of cuts in there for the weight relieving on both sides. You can see it in there. So undoubtedly would be a heavier knife if those liners were solid. Just a well-balanced, great feeling all-around EDC knife, particularly if you like them over 3.5 inches. Let's take a look. We're going to do a comparison in a moment, but that's an open back. Got a smooth piece of G10 there. G10 slabs, nicely contoured in kind of a flat contouring. What else is there to say other than do a little comparison here against the Griptilian, Benchmade Griptilian. We've got the Praxis being longer in the blade by about 1/4 inch and about the same handle. Take a look at our larger Ontario Rat 1. And it matches it on the blade, and the Rat 1 has a little longer handle. So it's going to carry a little larger in the pocket. Last but not least, Benchmade Freak. And what do we got there? Freak is ever so slightly shorter in the blade and slightly longer in the handle. So we've got a nice blade to handle ratio in comparing the Praxis with a few other knives. And as you can see, it takes advantage of every millimeter of the handle size. Let's see if I can get that in focus. Come on. So it lays in there really nice. Back out a little bit. Really, really nice. That's about as much blade as you could stuff in there. That's why we're seeing longer handles on comparable sized knives. So Civivi Praxis, for the money, again, another great budget knife. Hard to beat for that kind of money, especially on bearings made by Weak Knife Company. And it probably comes in what I've seen to be about 7 different variations of handle color and blades, even a Damascus blade. So check them out. They're all over the place. And again, this is an oldie but goodie. It's been out for a while, but definitely worth some attention. Civivi Praxis, and this is This Old Sword, signing out. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe.